Hello there, listeners. This is a part 2 of an episode. So if you haven't listened to the preview part, so I recommend you to do so you understand what I'm talking about. Because I'm going to start right from the place that I stopped. And that was the question, what do I mean when I'm saying I'm an anarchist? Okay, so anarchism, as far as I understand it, like the base idea is having no authority. Okay, there are different kinds of social structures that have different kinds of power in the head of authority. Yeah, it's like if I have powers, a social structure that based on religion, so it will have the head of religion as authority. And if I have a kind of social structure that based on democratic, let's say, so I have like a choosing. Some people that are chosen, they are the authority. And if I have like just I don't know, like a kingdom or a dictatorship, so I have like a single person in the head of this authority. But all of those structures have like a pyramid structure of power hierarchy. Okay, it means that there is one with the most power, and he telling the others what to do, and they tell the other what to do. Each like step on in the pyramid have the authority to tell the lower steps what to do. Okay, this is how powers like hierarchy power structures work. And anarchism is just not having none of them, not having anyone with any authority to tell anyone else what to do. See, anarchism is based on the idea that each person is a free person, and I'm kind of the way I see it very clearly in birth. It's like a baby being birthed, is not like how can you see this creature that just came to the world, just really literally just like pop up out of his mother belly. How can you look at him and saying like, well, he's obligated to obey to certain people? It's like, why will he be? How, like what create this um like obligation? He didn't agree to that. He's not even still aware of his own self in the world. It's but so how can a baby that is born this way, in such a pure way, just him and the world? There is no one else that is like even his mother. you know yeah, he came out of her body, but he's an independent person. you know how can you think that he's obligated to obey anyone? So, and then how can you think that this baby can evolve to something that is obligated to obey to anyone? I think this is maybe my understanding that I have behind the anarchism. Um, the um, the meaning of saying that I'm an anarchist for me is declaring that I don't see myself obligated um, to any authority, basically. You know, so if if I do someone that someone want me to do, I do it either because I choose to do this to not get punished by some violent people, basically. Countries are organizations that hold the um, monopoly over the use of power. Basically says that what declare country as a country is having like a certain bunch of people there saying in this region we are the only one that are allowed to use power. In the end of the day, I think the only time that some person can beat up a person and it will be completely okay by law It's only if this person is a soldier or a policeman, right? Or a secret security or something fancy like that. I don't know. It means that they are the people that saying like we are the only one that allowed to use power. So if I obey to those kind of people, it's not because I respect their authority. Okay, and that's the important thing. It's not because I see the natural social situation as a situation when I am obligated to obey authority. No, it's only because they have like guns and lots of like violent, strong men. This is the reason. Okay, um, and that's, maybe in a behavior it might stay the same behavior. Yeah, if I'm doing something that is I'm avoiding doing something that is illegal. If I do it because I respect authority, and if I do it because I'm afraid of violence, the behavior might be similar, but the mindset is different. The mindset is different, and it's created like, I think it's create like different behaviors. And I think, going back to the preview episode, I think this is why I live the way I live. Well, this is another reason to why I live the way I live. Why I'm disconnected from electricity and running water and the sewage system, because I don't want to be connected with this. This is all of those systems are, like electricity national system and water national system and sewage national systems. They're not only polluted, but they're controlled by the by structures of a hierarchy of power, and this is something that I don't want to be a part of. This is why I live close to nature in simple life. This is why I'm trying to take care to as many of the things that I need. Um, well, there is some wild pig here that doing like really weird noises. So if you hear weird noises in the record, it's wild pigs. Anyway, this is why I live this way, because or another reason for why I live this way, um, because I don't want to be connected with those systems, so I can be more free to not to do what I want, to live by my own um, conscious and by my own willings. Okay. Now, so one reason to why will I do something that someone wants from me is because I'm afraid of violence. Yeah, and another reason, and I think this reason it's much more common in my life, luckily. Yeah, thankfully. uh, and that's, I think, is the reason that we should do stuff that other people want us to do. It's because I want to do them. You know, if I'm acting kind to my neighbor, help him out, or I don't know, lowering down. Let's say my neighbor asked me to lower down the music. Great example. Okay, I'm putting up music or playing music at night, and my neighbor want to sleep, and he tell me like, oh my, I want to sleep. Can you turn low or turn off the music? And okay, so there is like three reasons why I can turn off the music. Well, there are many, but I see three relevant now. One reason is because I'm respecting the law. So, okay, this is 11 o'clock. The law says that I should turn low my music at 11 o'clock, and I should respect the law. This is the right thing to do. So this is being like conformic, yeah? Or being respectful toward the hierarchy structure of power. And mm, the second reason that I just spoke a lot about is saying like, well, if I won't turn my music low, either the neighbor will come and beat me up, or either we call police that will come and beat me up or give me fine, and if I don't pay, they will give me another fine, and eventually someone will come and beat me up and put me in prison, right? Okay, so it's fear. But the reason that the third reason, and that's the right reason to do this, it's because I love my neighbor. and I want him to sleep well, and I care about him, you know? So maybe not always I will turn my music off. Maybe I will tell him, well, man, I had a hard day. Will you give me another half an hour? Or I've been quiet all week. Or maybe I can discuss it with him. Yeah, but I will look for a way to behave in a way that is good and beneficial and connected with my neighbor, with all of my neighbors, including animals and plants, with everything. I want to be living in harmony, connected with the world, not like respecting authority or being afraid, or fighting anyone. I want to be in peace and with connection with all. This is anarchy for me. And you know why this is anarchy for me? This, I think, because I believe in the pure essence of every being. This is what we want, to be connected in harmony of love with all of our surrounding. I don't know. I know this is what I want, and it seems to me as I look at the world and at the creatures that living around, and learning them for the last 30 years that I'm alive. I'm 30 years old. It seems to me that the highest, purest, deepest wish of a being in this world is to live in harmony and connection and well-being and supporting each other with all of his surroundings. So, if you're living in an anarchist way, it means that you're not loyal to the authority. You are loyal to yourself. You are loyal to your inner voice. You are loyal to your deep, high, rooted down needs and wishes. And if you are so, uh, if humans were so, I think we had just a nicer society, more, we will be in more harmony and peace and love with each other if we will drop loyalty to power structures and start develop loyalty to ourselves. This is what I mean when I'm saying I'm an anarchist. But I think another thing about anarchism is not being not holding to any like titles or names, because I don't know, it's connected. It's in my mind. So if someone said like, well, that's not anarchism, so I said like, oh, okay, whatever. This is what I'm thinking anyway. Yeah, that was 2 episodes about anarchism. Hope you enjoyed, maybe even got inspired. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Bless us all.